In this video, we're going to be looking at the MRBrowser. Now, if you're not familiar with what this tool is, and if you manage a lot of social media accounts, you're going to be blown away with what this can do. The MRBrowser tool allows you to have an unlimited amount of social media accounts, any social media account, and it creates its own special tab for every account that has its own session, and it also has its own proxies. Therefore, it's completely independent from every other account. Therefore, you can have multiple tabs open within the same account. So you could have 5, 10, 20 YouTube accounts open at once, running at once, each running with its own unique account. And so what I want to do is kind of show you a little bit about this tool, how it works, and how to add accounts to it. So here we are within the MRBrowser. You can see right now it already has some social accounts attached to it. We got Google, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, emails, and I also added one here for WordPress. You can add an unlimited amount of categories and accounts to MRBrowser. For example, if you right click down here in the white, you can simply click add new category and you can create a new category for a new type of social account or whatever it is you're wanting to manage. So for this example, I'm going to click the arrow beside Google, and you're going to see that it brings down YouTube and Google Plus accounts. Now we have 2 accounts already under YouTube. These are actually 2 separate subgroups of YouTube. So if I click this arrow, you're going to see where I've created 2 different YouTube group accounts, and within each group it has YouTube accounts. So in group 1 we have 23 YouTube accounts, and in group 2 we have 15 YouTube accounts. And I'm going to show you how to add a new account to a category. So for this example, I want to click on YouTube, the main YouTube, and I'm going to create a group number 3. So what I'm going to do is right click, add new category, and we're going to call this group 3. And I can also set up a default address for it, so when the tabs open within this group, this is where it's going to go. So we may as well go ahead and have it going to YouTube. Click add category, and now we have our new group. Now to add accounts within this group, what we want to do is click on the group that we want to add the account in, and we're going to go up here and open up a new tab. Now once this tab's open, you can see it's going to take us to YouTube because that's the address that I put in for it. We want to come over and click on this disk button that says save session. Now when we click on this, a pop-up's going to show up, and we just want to fill in the information here. And if you hover over the boxes, for example like the proxy box, it's going to show you how different ways you can enter in your proxies. But basically you want to fill out your username, your password, the proxy, and if you have like a recovery email or phone number, you may want to add that also, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do, I have an account ready. My tab name, I'm just going to call it the same as my email account. So my login details, my email address, username is going to be the same. And then we're going to use the password, and then the proxy I'm going to use for it. And then we're going to click Save Changes. Okay, and you can see that now it shows that we have 1 account in this group number 3, which is the account we just added. So in order to access this, what we want to do is we want to close this tab, and we want to go into group 3 by clicking this arrow, and we can see our account that we just created. All we have to do is just click on this account. It's automatically going to open it up into a tab using the proxy that we assigned it, and it's also got its own little session of cookies and everything that it keeps within this one tab, so you can keep every tab separated and run multiple accounts open at once. So what we want to do is we want to come over here and we're going to go ahead and sign into YouTube. Now to sign in, we simply need to open up our details that we put in here for our username, and then our password. And then if you have, like I mentioned a while ago, a recovery phone number or email, what you want to do is go over here to more, and you can add the phone number here. You can add a first name, last name, birthday, or you can add, this is where I usually put the recovery emails. That's in this area. Then you just click Save Changes. Let's go ahead and click Next. Loading, and you can see that we are now signed into our YouTube account. And so that's all there is to it. and you can add as many accounts as you want in every one of these groups. So if I have 50 YouTube accounts in group 3, if I wanted to, I could have all 50 accounts open at once, each one having its own tab, working with them separately. And then we can do the same thing with Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, emails, and then if you want to add your own different types of social accounts that you manage in here, you can add those. Now, what I do want to mention is that while the MRBrowser right now is an amazing tool, there's a lot of plans for it. There are a lot of automation scripts that are going to be put within the MRBrowser that's going to allow you to do amazing stuff, and it's going to do it automatically. We're talking about sharing stuff, liking stuff, watching stuff, and these scripts will let you do that automatically without you having to go in there and doing it yourself. So just stay tuned for that. That shouldn't be too much longer in the future. We're going to see that coming out, and when it does, it's really going to be a game changer for how people manage and run their social media accounts.